Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa kafa wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen Sayyidina wa nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in wa man sanna sunnatahu wa ihtada bihadihi ila yawmiddin amma ba'd. So my dear and respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope all of you are doing well and all of you are safe. Especially in these days, safety and health. These two things are extremely important. As you know that in Florida, where I live, today the number of people who have been found positive with this disease is 15,000 just in one day in the state of Florida. 15,000. It's a huge amount of people. This means that Florida has become, epicenter of this coronavirus. So, and nearly every day, the number is somewhere between 9,000 to 11,000. It's fluctuating between these numbers. So we must take all precautions and we must turn to Allah and make lots of dua. Then may Allah protect you and me and every human being, irrespective of people's religion or lifestyle. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of them. Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in one hadith Sharif said, Al-Khalqu ayalullah, that the entire creation is one family. So we are all one family. Yes, we are different in terms of religion, in terms of our lifestyle, but at the end of the day, we are all humans and we come from Adam and Eve. So we must have the pain, the love towards every human being. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala time and again has reminded us in the Holy Quran. So we must make dua for everyone. Whoever is suffering, we must make dua for that person. Whoever is showing any symptoms, we must make dua that may Allah give him cure. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our dua. Okay, brothers and sisters, in Surah Al Baqarah, I was doing ayah number 35. Ayah number 35. So, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وكلا منها رغدا حيث شئتما ولا تقربا هذه الشجرة فتكونا من الظالمين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is depicting to us that after, the Malaika made sajda to Adam and Shaitan refused. So Shaitan became kafir. He rejected Allah, Allah's hukum, Allah's command. So now he became an ungrateful servant of Allah. He rebelled against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So he became among kafirin. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that after that Allah turned his attention towards Adam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created a mate for Adam alayhi salatu wasalam, and we know her with this name Hawa. In English, she is known as Eve. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have termed Hawa or Eve as Zawj, as the wife of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. So when Allah used the word zawjuk for Hawa, this means that a marriage must have taken place there. So this was the first marriage, and this marriage was held in Jannah. So Allah said, وَقُلْنَا, and I said, Ya Adam, O Adam, uskun, live. Sakana yaskunu means to live. So uskun, you live. Anta, yes, you can live. Anta means yes, you. Wazawjuk, and your wife. Al Jannah, in Jannah. And wakula minha ragadan, haythu shi'tuma. And you eat. Kula means Allah is giving permission to Adam and Hawa that wakula, and both of you can eat minha from Jannah ragadan, happily, without any reservation. Ragadan means happily, without any reservations. Haythu shi'tuma, wherever and whatever you want to eat. Haythu means whatever and wherever. So haythu means both, wherever and whatever. Shi'tuma, whatever you like. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave complete freedom to Adam and Hawa to eat, to drink, whatever they want to eat and drink, without any reservation of fear. Then Allah said, وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. Only one command of Allah here. Only one prohibition. And that is, وَلَا تَقْرَبَا. And do not go near. هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. This tree, a particular kind of tree. فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. If you will do so, you will become among sinners. Zalimeen means sinners. So, in the last class, I mentioned to you few points from this ayah. And if you remember them, I'm not going to go over them again. But there's one point that I left last week, which I like to mention here. And that is freedom. The right of freedom. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given every human being this privilege, which is called freedom. Freedom to live the way you want to live. Just like in Jannah, Allah said, haythu shi'tuma, do whatever you want to do. You have complete freedom in Jannah. Eat, drink whatever you want to eat and drink. Enjoy your life in Jannah. Right? So this is called complete freedom. Yes, the only thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited upon them was that one tree. Do not go near that tree. Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, we must understand and we must appreciate this freedom with which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created every human being. Meaning every man and every woman has the right to choose whatever he or she finds right for him to do. This is God-given right. This is why if you are living in a country where your basic rights are deprived, where the government is forcing you to adhere to a certain religion and you do not want that, or if a certain government or a dictator, right, is forcing you to adopt a certain kind of lifestyle and you do not want that, right? So this is completely unacceptable in our religion, Islam. This is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala time and again have mentioned that Allah had created human beings as free people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, I do not force my will upon you. You have to choose what you want to do with your life. You have complete freedom. For example, Surah Al Kahf. Although there are many examples that I can cite right now regarding this right of freedom that Allah has given to us, but let's just pick one right now. Surah Al Kahf. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَقُلِ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that the truth has come to you from Allah in the form of Rasulullah, in the form of Quran, in the form of Islam, right? That is al-haq. Now Allah is saying, faman sha'a, whoever wishes. Now look here, whoever wish for, right? Fal yu'min. So he should accept this religion. And waman sha'a, again the same, and whoever wish for should reject it. So Allah is saying, if you want to reject it, reject it. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us complete freedom. Yes, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have told us that this is His path and this is the path of shaitan. And if you will follow my path, your life in this world would be good and you will get Jannah after your death. And if you choose to go on this path, the path of shaitan, right, then you will neither be happy in this world by following shaitan, nor after your death you will get Jannah, but in fact you will get paradise, hellfire. So you choose where do you want to go, which path you want, but there is no compulsion from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the right that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had. This is the big favor that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given to us. Right? Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said regarding our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that lasta alayhim bimusaytir. O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you are not a dictator. You cannot force anyone. Right? So my dear brothers and sisters, this freedom to choose what we want to do with our lives, this is a God-given right. So let's take advantage of this freedom by choosing the right thing for ourselves, by choosing the life of our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let's choose to live like our Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam lived. Let's make a decision that I am going to follow Allah and Rasul. I am going to live by the tenets of Quran. So let's use this power of freedom, the God-given power of freedom, right, towards that which is good, which is going to benefit us in this world and in the life hereafter. Right? So I wanted to make that point. Second point is, وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. Now which tree was that? Right? Allah have not mentioned which tree was that. So people have speculated that it was this tree, that tree. Maybe you are right, maybe you are wrong. But in the entire Quran, Allah did not specify which kind of tree was that, because that is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's say it was an apple tree. So it doesn't matter. So let's not speculate. Some people unnecessarily waste so much time debating, talking, finding what kind of tree it was. My point here is that why waste so much time in trying to find out what kind of tree it was, when Allah has not mentioned, right? So you will never be able to find the right answer. So let's look into the moral of the story, and that is وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. That when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had prohibited upon us something and still we'll try to do that, then فَتَكُونَ مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. Then that person is going to be among the losers. Right? So Adam and Hawa were told this. Now what happened? فَأَزَلَّهُمَا الشَّيْطَانُ. Ayah number 36. فَأَزَلَّهُمَا الشَّيْطَانُ عَنْهَا فَأَخْرَجَهُمَا مِمَّا كَانَا فِيهِ وَقُلْنَا اهْبِطُوا بَعْضُكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ عَدُوٌّ وَلَكُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ مُسْتَقَرٌّ وَمَتَاعٌ إِلَىٰ حِينٍ. Now in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, then shaitan deceived both of them. And shaitan deprived them of the wonderful life that they were enjoying in paradise. And they tasted that fruit or they went near that tree. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala got angry and said, وَقُلْنَا إِهْبِتُوا بَعْضُكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ عَدُوٌّ. That I am going to send you people out from this Jannah, paradise, and I am going to send you in this world. And then among your children there will be wars, there will be enmity, hatred among you people. And then remember that I'm sending you in this world, and each one of you is going to live in that world temporarily. Temporarily. And whatever I will give you in the world, everything would be time based and time limited, temporary. Right? So now look at the meaning of the words, and then inshallah some points here. Allah says fa means then. Azalla means to deceive, to trick, right? To make somebody slip. All of these words, all of these meanings are included in this word. It depends where, in which context this word is used. So that is فَأَزَلَّهُمَا الشَّيْطَانُ. Huma means Adam and Eve both, Adam and Hawa both. So Allah said then Shaitan deceived both of them. Right? فَذَوْ anha. Right? And Allah said that then He deceived them from Jannah. Meaning He deceived them from enjoying that life of Jannah. فَأَخْرَجَهُمَا. Right? Then He took them out. Huma again. Huma means both of them. Mimma, right? From that. Kana fi, in which they were. So He took them out from what they were enjoying. Right? So look at this ayah again. فَأَزَلَّهُمَا الشَّيْطَانُ عَنْهَا. Shaitan deceived them from where they were, meaning in Jannah. فَأَخْرَجَهُمَا. Then He took them out. Mimma, from that, kana fi, they were in, meaning they were enjoying. Right? Now, then Allah said, وَقُلْ نَهْبِطُوا بَعْضُكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ عَدُوٌّ. Now Allah became angry at Adam and Hawa. And Allah said, now all of you get out from here. Go down. إِهْبِطُوا بَعْضُكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ عَدُوٌّ. Adu means enemy. Now Allah is talking about the children. Allah is saying, go into this world and some of you would be enemies of others. And walakum fil ardi mustaqar. And to you on the earth is mustaqar. Mustaqar means a temporary refuge, a temporary shelter. So mustaqar means temporary shelter. Wamata'un, right? And things. Mata' means things. Ilahin, but those things will be good for a certain time only. Heen means a limited time. So let's think on the earth, there will be mustaqar for you, shelter for you. But that shelter would be not permanent, my dear brothers and sisters. That shelter would be temporary. May Allah make you and me understand this. That our shelter here, our refuge in this world is all temporary, not permanent. Once we understand this point, then we will not try to live in this world like as if we are going to live forever. If you and I understand this point, then we will live in this world, right, in a way that we will be ready to leave this world whenever the call will come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right now, most of us are living in this world as if we are never going to leave this world. This is why day in, day out, from morning till evening, then from evening till morning, we are just thinking about how I can get more of this world. How can I have more and more and more? We forget that this world is temporary for us, and our mustaqar, right, our refuge in this world is temporary. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it clear to Adam, Hawa, and his children from day one, that for everyone, this world is mustaqar. And وَمَتَاعٌ إِلَىٰ حِينٍ. And all the mata means money, cars, houses, whatever. Mata means material things. Mata means material things, things that we need for our survival. Right? That all of these things are ilahin, good for a certain time. That's it. Right? And then you will leave. كُلُّ مَنْ عَلَيْهَا فَانٍ وَيَبْقَى وَجْهُ رَبِّكَ ذُو الْجَلَالِ وَالْإِكْرَامِ فَبِأَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Right? Allah said, كُلُّ شَيْءٍ هَالِكٌ إِلَّا وَجْهَهُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كُلُّ نَفْسٍ ذَائِقَةُ الْمَوْتِ. So Allah is reminding us. This is why Quran is a reminder. If you are forgetting, right, Allah is reminding you that, hello, don't live like as if you are going to live in this world forever. You are a traveler. You are a traveler. You have taken refuge in this world, and then you will leave. So Allah made it very clear to Adam and Hawa, and through them to all of their children, that this world is a temporary refuge for you, not a permanent place. So never try to make your life such that you are believing that you are going to live in this world forever. Okay. Another point, my dear brothers and sisters, is that Shaitan was, although under lots of trouble because he refused to make sajda to Adam, but he still had access to Jannah. I mean, it was not that he was expelled from Jannah at that time, right? So he would come, and he will visit, and then he'll leave. That's why Shaitan was able to come and trick Adam and Hawa, right? And the point here is that Adam and Hawa both were tricked together. So it was not that Hawa tricked Adam. Because remember, in many holy scriptures of other religions, the blame is put entirely upon Hawa. Entirely upon Hawa. And then you will find such bad and evil sentences in some holy scriptures where it says that the root of all evil is woman, because she tricked Adam in Jannah. Completely nonsense, completely false, completely wrong. Because in the entire Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, no, Adam and Eve both transgressed together. Both made that mistake together. So Allah, in the entire Quran, and not a single place, have put the blame on Hawa. Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here said the same thing, and in other parts of Quran, Allah have said the same thing exactly. Like for example, that famous dua, that رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Allah said both of them made dua. That, oh Allah, both of us, Adam and Hawa, both of us have made a mistake. We had committed a sin. ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا. And وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Allah, if you will not forgive us, if you will not have mercy upon us, we will be among the losers. So Allah accepted their dua, and Allah forgave Adam and Hawa both. But then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, okay, I have forgiven, but now I'm sending you in this world. You cannot live in Jannah. Right? So, here, remember, in Islam, women are considered as important as men are. They have, in some respects, women enjoy a higher status of respect than men. And that is that if you are a mother, you enjoy more prestige in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Where our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam once said to a sahabi that your mother, and then he said, your father. 3 times Rasulullah said to that young man, go and serve your mom. He said, who has the most right over me? So Rasulullah said, your mother. That young man asked, then mother. 3 times Rasulullah said mother, and then your father. That is Islam. And our Rasulullah said that the best Muslim is the one who takes care of his wife in the best possible manner. He is the best believer. Khairukum li ahli. So this is a topic which needs to be talked about. Otherwise, the Islamophobic media puts bad things on the screen, talks in a very negative, in a very satanic way about the teaching of Islam. So this ayah teaches us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right, He forgave both of them, Adam and Hawa both. Right? And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent them together on this earth. And then once they came on this earth, then the human race started. Children were born, and this whole human race came into existence. So وَلَكُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ مُسْتَقَرٌ وَمَتَاعٌ إِلَى حِينٍ. Then Allah is saying, I'm going to send you in this world, and this world is mustaqar, a very temporary place. وَمَتَاعٌ إِلَى حِينٍ. And everything that you will have in this world is going to last only for a limited time. So don't try to live in this world as if it is going to last forever. Okay, so now my dear brothers and sisters, ayah number 37 now. فَتَلَقَّى آدَمُ مِنْ رَبِّهِ كَلِمَاتٍ فَتَابَ عَلَيْهِ إِنَّهُ هُوَ التَّوَّابُ الرَّحِيمُ. After Adam made that dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam how to beg for forgiveness. How to beg to Allah for forgiveness. How to make dua to Allah. Right? And that is a very strange thing, my dear brothers and sisters. It's strange in a good sense. And that is that how to make dua to Allah should be learned. One way is the way you want to make dua. You could be right sometime, you could be wrong sometime. The other way is to learn how to make dua. And that is to learn the way Rasulullah used to make dua. Right? The way Quran is teaching us to make dua. In Quran, Allah is teaching mankind how to make dua. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا ربنا ولا تحملنا رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذريات. All of these dua, Allah is teaching us that if when you want to make dua, you should make dua to me in this manner. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, look how my Rasul, my Habib, my most beloved Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam makes dua to me. Now make dua in the same manner. Right? So here also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught Adam and Hawa how to make dua. And then when they used the same words to make dua, Allah said, Fataba alayh. Then Allah accepted that dua. Innahu wa tawwabur rahim. But no doubt it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only who can accept tawbah. And He's the most merciful. Right? So I think fatalaqqa, fa means then. Talaqqa means to receive. To receive. Adamu, then Adam received. Fatalaqqa Adam, then Adam received min Rabbihi, from his Rabb, kalimat. Kalimatin, certain sentences, certain knowledge. Fataba alayhi. Fataba means, and then Allah showed mercy upon him, had mercy upon him. Right? So look at this ayah again. Fatalaqqa, fa means then. Talaqqa, received. Adam. Then Adam received min rabbihi, from his Rabb, kalimat. Certain sentences, certain knowledge. Fataba alayhi. Then fataba alayhi, then Allah showed mercy upon Adam and Hawa. Here alayhi, it means Hawa as well. Innahu, no doubt he, huwa at-tawwab rahim. Yes, he is the only one who is at-tawwab. Brothers and sisters, what does at-tawwab means? At-tawwab means the one who has the power to accept your tawbah. The one who has the power to accept your tawbah, he is at-tawwab. And remember, in the entire world, nobody has the power to accept anybody's dua or tawbah. It is only and only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who has the power to accept tawbah. This is why, my dear brothers and sisters, when you see some other religions where people go to their pastors, to their priests, and they confess to their sins, and they talk to their pastor in a way as if the pastor will accept their apologies, right? Then they are forgiven. That is completely not acceptable in Islam. It's nonsense. Because that human being, that pastor, that priest, he's a human being. He himself had done so many sins. How in the world he has the power to forgive people? Right? So in Islam, it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who is at-tawwab, the one who accepts tawbah. Ironically, some Muslims, due to their lack of knowledge, due to their misguidance, right, they go to certain saintly people, right, and then they say, I want to be forgiven. They give some donations, right? They do certain things, and then that person says, well, as long as you are under my influence of my school of thought, blah blah, you will be forgiven. Don't worry. On the day of Hashr, I will take care of you. I'll talk to Allah about you, and when Allah will come to know that you are my follower, right? So Allah will forgive you. So just keep on serving me, and I will take care of you on the day of judgment. This is completely nonsense, right? So remember here, innahu huwa at-tawwabur rahim, right? No doubt Allah. This is why look here. There are three emphases here. Inna means no doubt. Who means him, and no doubt he. And then Allah said huwa. Yes, he. At-tawwab. Alif lam, not tawwab. Alif lam. He is the only one who is at-tawwab, who can accept your tawbah. Ar-Rahim, and remember that he is the most merciful. Right, my dear brothers and sisters? Okay. So Adam alayhi salatu wasalam made that dua. Now what is that dua? Remember in Surah Al-A'raf, Allah mentioned the dua, Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Allah taught Adam and Hawa, make this dua. They made that dua and Allah forgave them. Right? So my dear brothers and sisters, when you are finishing, concluding your salah, make this dua. Before salam, make this dua. Right? Very powerful dua. Allah taught this dua to Adam and Hawa. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted this dua. So, when they made dua, Allah said, قُلْ نَهْبِطُوا مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا. Allah said, yes, I am accepting your tawbah. Now I am sending you in this world. So, قُلْنَا, we said. ihbitu minha jami'a. Ihhabata yahbitu means to come down, to descend. Now, all of you descend, go down to the earth. فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُم مِّنِّي هُدًى. So Allah said, then to those people who receive hidayah from me, right? And then they accept that hidayah and they live by that hidayah, that guidance. Then فَلَا خَوْفٌ, there will be no fear upon them, and وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ, and they will never have any kind of sorrow and grief. But وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا, but those people who will reject, kafaru, who will reject, and وَكَذَّبُوا, and they will deny believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ, they are the people who will be the people of Jahannam, of people of hell, whom fiha khalidun, in which they are going to live forever and ever. So this story ends here, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala switches to the stories of Bani Israel. Right? So before we conclude, my dear brothers and sisters, this ayah needs a little bit of our attention. 2-3 quick points. One is قُلْنَا اهْبِطُوا مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا. One is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself sent us in this world. So Allah sent our parents down in this world, Adam and Hawa. So it's not that we came in this world because we wanted to come in this world. But it was Allah said, قُلْنَا, then I said, we said, go down in this world. Right? And then Allah said, فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّ. Oh, I forgot to do the translation word by word. So let's do it quickly. قُلْنَا, we said, إِهْبِطُوا, go down, ascend. Minha, from Jannah, Jami'a, all of you, go down into this world. Fa means then, imma whenever, ya'tiyannakum, ata ya'ti means to come, ya'tiyannakum, whenever, minni hudan, whenever guidance will come to you from me. Meaning whenever guidance, hidayah will come from me to you, فَمَنْ تَبِعَ هُدَايَ, then whoever will follow that guidance. Fam is then, man, whoever, tabi'a, follows, hudaya, my guidance. So whoever will follow my guidance, meaning now you become a Muslim, you are an obedient servant of Allah, you are living by the commands of Allah. Allah is saying, you know what? فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Then there will be no khawf. There will be no fear upon you. And وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ, and such people do not grieve over what they have lost. My dear brothers and sisters, there are two things that I would like you to remember. May Allah make you and me among those people who have no khawf and they have no grief. Khawf, fear. Fear is something that a person has for future. Meaning when you are concerned about something that might happen to you in future, that is called khawf. Not of the past. Whatever happened in the past, there is no khawf. You might have regret of what happened in the past, right? But khawf or fear is over the future. That what future will be for me? How would it, look like for me? How future will look, for me? So it says, فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ. So there, for people who have hidayah, who follow Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no khawf, meaning their life after death will be pleasant. Their future would be great. There will be no khawf, meaning after that death, or that from the time of dying, right, till the day of Hashr, there will be no fear. They have nothing to fear of. Because they lived this world by following Allah's hidayah. So Allah is saying, then in that case, don't worry about it. Once you die, you will have no khawf. No khawf. Right? So may Allah make you and me among such people. Like sometimes we ask each other that what have you planned for future? What's your future? People say, well, I'll become this, I'll become that. That's fine. That's near future thing. But Allah is talking about future down the road. And that is what your future looks like after you leave this world. So Allah is saying, live this life by hidayah. So that after death, you will have no khawf. The second is, وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ Huzn. Huzn is grief. Your grief over something unpleasant that had happened to you in the past. Meaning there was a loss in your life. Or there were many losses in your life. So when you reflect upon those losses, when you recollect your memories of those losses, you feel grieved. You feel grieved. That, oh, I lost this. Oh my God, I should have done this. I should have done this so that I could have got this. And oh my God, after I got that, I lost this much. Allah is saying, people who have strong iman and who follow hidayah, when they look back in their past, they have no regret whatsoever. They have no regret whatsoever because they understand whatever I lost, it was meant to be lost. Because it was never there for me to begin with. Right? It was never there for me to begin with. Allah gave me that for some time and then Allah took it. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. Allah gave and Allah took. So why I should waste my time grieving over those things that Allah took back from me? Because Allah is the one who gave. Right? And then Allah took it back. So when Allah had not given that to me, it was never there for me. But when Allah gave to me, I realized, right, that this is an amana, right, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah can take it back from me anytime. So when Allah took it back from me, I'm not going to be grieved over that. I'm not going to be grieved over that. Allah is saying, this understanding will come into your head when you will have hidayah in your life. When you will understand how Allah works. When you will have complete iman upon Allah's way of working. And that you will learn when you will spend some time learning the book of Allah, the manual of life, which is called Al-Quran. So remember two words, khawf and huzn. Khawf is for what? Future. And our future is life after death. And huzn, yahzanun, is regrets, sorrow, grief over what had happened in our life. The losses that we had. So Allah is saying, if you have hidayah in your life, فَمَنِ اتَّبَعَ هُدَايَ, you will neither have khawf after death, nor will you have grief and sorrow over what you have lost. May Allah make you and me such mu'mineen, such believers who will have no khawf after their death and who will not complain to Allah why I lost this, why I lost that. Right? The last thing is وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا وَكَذَّبُوا بِآيَاتِنَا أُولَٰئِكَ أَصْحَابُ النَّارِ هُمْ فِيهَا خَالِدُونَ. Those people, وَالَّذِينَ, those people كَفَرُوا, who reject, وَكَذَّبُوا, and who deny, بِآيَاتِنَا. Ayatina means my signs, meaning Quran, Hadith, Rasul, Islam. Ulaika ashabun nar. They are the people who are the people of Jahannam. Ashab is the plural for the word sahib. Sahib. Sahib and the plural is ashab. They are the people who are the people of Jahannam. An-nar means Jahannam. Whom? Yes, these people. Fiha in Jahannam. Khalidun. They are going to live forever and ever. May Allah protect you and me from being among the people of Jahannam. Okay. So, this was ayah number 39. So, in the last 10 ayahs, here in Surah Al Baqarah, Allah had talked about Adam and Hawa, right? So we are going to believe in this story exactly as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had mentioned in Quran, right? Now after this, my dear brothers, there is a long story of Bani Israel, full of lessons for us. Insha'Allah, from Thursday, we are going to embark upon exploring this a great story of Bani Israel. From ayah number 40 all the way down, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining this story of Bani Israel. Right? So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help me understand, and may Allah make us among those people who learn Quran, right? And then they try to follow the nasiha, the ibrah, the lessons that Allah have put in His great book Quran. Okay, so inshallah, see you on Thursday, inshallah. Have a nice weekend. Have a healthy life. May Allah protect you from all calamities. May Allah make us all among those people who are healthy and enjoy their lives. May Allah give shifa to all those people who are suffering due to this pandemic. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove this pandemic soon from this world. And may Allah bring our beautiful, normal life back on this earth. Subhanallah wa bihamdi, subhanakallah wa bihamdik, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta